John Ulzheimer is known as one of our nation's most recognized credit experts. Having worked for 28 years in the credit industry, John has become one of the most prolific speakers about credit and the go-to authority on answers to credit-related questions. Credit Countdown with John Ulzheimer.
Hello, this is John Ulzheimer. I am a consumer credit expert. Got 30 years of experience in the credit industry. I have spent time at FICO, which is the company behind the FICO credit scoring system, and Equifax, which is one of the three generally recognized credit bureaus in the United States. So today I'm going to answer the question, why do deleted accounts sometimes reappear on credit reports? All right. So when a consumer challenges information on their credit reports, which is obviously their right, they can either do it themselves or they can hire someone to do it for them. There is a possibility that the item they challenge, whether it's an account or a Tradeline or a collection account or a public record, there's always a possibility that that item will be removed for some reason. Either it's not verifiable, or the furnishing party believes that it's incorrect, or the credit bureaus unilaterally remove the item. So just because an item is removed from your credit report, it doesn't mean that the item will never reappear or appear again on your credit reports. And so let me give you a couple of scenarios where that may occur. If you are able to get an item removed from your credit report because the item is not verifiable, then there's always a possibility that the furnisher may come back afterwards and verify the information. So the credit bureaus generally give furnishers 30 days to respond to disputes. And if the furnisher cannot or does not respond within 30 days, they will remove it because it's not a verifiable item. Well, if the furnisher responds on day 31 and indicates that the item was being correctly reported, then the credit reporting agencies are going to add it back to the consumer's credit report. That's referred to as reinsertion. And of course, the consumer has the right to be notified if reinsertion occurs, just to let them know, hey, this item that we removed is now back on your credit reports, and so you can deal with it accordingly. So that's number one. A second scenario where an account could be re-reported on a credit report sometimes occurs in the context of a credit-related lawsuit, whereby if there's a settlement between a plaintiff consumer and a defendant furnisher, and part of that settlement agreement involves the removal of some sort of offensive credit entry, then it is generally removed by the credit bureau at the direction of the furnisher. There's always a scenario, however, where the furnisher may re-report it to the credit bureau. That is generally a mistake, meaning that it's done accidentally, it's not done intentionally, and so therefore it would go back on the consumer's credit report. That's obviously a pretty rare occurrence because it involves, it's in the context of a lawsuit. The final example is actually going to be more common than that, but I don't want to suggest that it's common in general, but it's going to be the most common. And that's going to be the scenario where the furnisher deletes something from a consumer's credit report out of cycle, meaning that normally furnishers report to the credit bureaus once every 30 days, once every statement cycle. However, if the consumer challenges something directly with the furnisher does have to perform an investigation. And in some scenarios, that investigation will lead the furnisher to cause the removal of the item, but the removal is done in an off-cycle environment, meaning that there's a form sent to the credit bureaus asking the credit bureaus to delete the item from the credit report. If the furnisher does not change the data tape that they send into the credit bureaus on a monthly basis, then what's going to happen is the item is just simply going to be re-reported in an automated way the next time that the furnisher sends in their monthly update. And so in that scenario, what you would see as the consumer, you would see a credit report, you would file a dispute with the furnisher, the item would be deleted pursuant to that dispute with the furnisher, but then within a few weeks, it goes right back on the credit report because the furnisher re-reported it as part of their monthly data tape. So those are going to be some examples of where items that are deleted end up back on a credit report, and some of the explanations as to why that could possibly occur. And of course, the best way for you to track whether or not something like that happens is to pull your credit reports from time to time and do an inventory of the information, and you'll be able to see whether or not something is still on your credit report or if it's been removed permanently. So I appreciate you watching. Drop any comments in the comment section below, and we'll talk again soon. Have a great rest of your day.
For more videos and credit tips from John Ulzheimer, go to www.tradelinesupply.com.